So hello everyone, my name is Asad Iqbal and I'm the Director of PI International Education, and today we have Mr. Max, Senior Marketing Manager, La Trobe College, Australia, and today he is here with us in PI International Education office, and we got him for you guys for a short interview. So hello Max, would you like to please introduce yourself to our students?
Yeah, thank you, Asad, and thank you, PI Academy, for having me here. We already had a chance to speak to a good group of students, but I extend my welcome and greetings to your students and colleagues in other branches. I'm quite excited to be in Bangladesh. This is my first visit. And the reason for the visit is that La Trobe University is doing really well in Bangladesh, and we want to offer Bangladeshi students more options in Melbourne and Sydney.
So, Max, we are very familiar, all the students are very familiar with La Trobe University, located in Melbourne, and they do have another campus in Sydney as well. But what makes La Trobe University different from La Trobe College, Australia? What is the difference actually? Because sometimes if you heard that college, then you realize that what is college actually? Like, why not university? So what is the difference actually? Would you please explain that to us?
Yes, of course. La Trobe College is a preferred pathway into La Trobe University. We deliver foundations and diploma programs leading into bachelor degrees at La Trobe. So we are based centrally on La Trobe campus. And from day one, students have the same experience. But our role is just to empower and enable students to perform in a more supportive setting. So we have more mentorship, more academic support, simply more resources and smaller class sizes to help these students achieve good grades, get familiar with Australian education, achieve good grades, and quite likely achieve scholarships as well.
Right, perfect. So, as from you said, La Trobe College is for foundation and diploma. As foundation, we understand that it is an alternative of class 12, like for A levels or HSC or IBs or any other degrees who offer class 12. So, who are actually eligible for the foundation courses? For example, in Bangladesh, the most two popular curriculum is either O levels, A levels, or SSC, HSC, which is a Bangladesh local curriculum. So who are actually eligible for the foundation courses?
Yeah, so if I can flip that question and maybe start from direct entry students. Right, so that would be when we look at the advanced levels, the A2s. These students typically go directly for La Trobe University, and we're happy to welcome them. And now if some of the students might have missed the minimum GPA requirement of 4.0,
right.
If it's in between 3.5 to 4, they might choose the diploma pathway, so study with the college and still enter the second year just in time to join all the other colleagues. And for foundation, if we have students who completed all levels,
right,
and still would like to, or maybe missed the advanced levels to some extent, still to give them an opportunity of studying at the university, we will offer them, or can offer them foundation, and then still joining university.
Right. So what I understood from you is that students who are going to direct bachelors are required the A2 or HSC curriculum, which is class 12, and diploma is for the students who are not being able to achieve a proper GPA.
That's right.
So in diploma, if a student is going for diploma, so does he have to do any extra year? For example, if a student is going for a computer science, it is the most popular program generally right now. So computer science program, as far as I know, is of a 3 years program. So if a student is going for direct bachelor's, he is doing it for 3 years. But if students does not achieve a minimum requirement for direct bachelor's, and if he wants to or she wants to continue or wants to go to college for diploma, does the student requires to do any extra year, or it is within the 3 years? What is that actually?
It's an excellent question. There's no difference in duration of studies.
Right.
So entry through diploma, and in Australia, when we say diploma, it's pretty much the first year of your bachelor degree.
Right.
So from duration of the degree would still take 3 years, would simply be 1 year for the diploma and 2 years for the degree. So after completion with the college, the student will go directly into the second year, and again, meeting the colleagues who may be entered direct.
So you're saying that if someone is going for diploma, that they don't have to do any extra year for the bachelor's. It's just they have to go through the diploma program, and they get extra support from the college, like short classes, high mentors and everything. So get the extra support from the first year, and then the transition to the university is as normal as the other students, right?
Yes, it's that friendly, welcoming approach, because we recognize La Trobe, or many universities for that matter, would have a very large classroom size, could be a couple of hundred of students. So even the teacher-student ratio of 1 to 200 versus our classroom of 1 to 20,
right?
That just, you can reach out to your teachers, to your lecturers. It's a bit more first name basis, supportive experience.
So I think for the students who are waiting for their O-levels or A-levels result, and I think the results are coming in August 6th or August 10th in between. So if you're not achieving the results like which you wanted, or if you're not meeting the requirement for direct entries, now I think you have the options to pursue the alternatives like diplomas, and if the O-level students, you can go for foundation. If a student is doing A-levels, it takes actually 2 years to at least 2 years or more than 2 years sometimes to finish A-levels. But I think, as you said, that foundation is a degree of 1 year. Right. So if a student applies to foundation after O-levels and the student does foundation for a year, it means it's actually saving its 1 year or 1.5 years. What do you want to say about that? How is it like?
Yes, in that case, absolutely. That would be a quicker way of doing it, if you like, and also you get to Australia earlier, so you get to experience that Australian culture, meet other students, build up your confidence in the Australian educational system. So yeah, that would be a quicker way to that.
So for example, two of the students' friends, they both want to go to La Trobe University or La Trobe College. One is eligible for the direct entry, one other one is eligible for the college diploma. And if they both go there, how do they connect? If they're going to the same campus, or college or university have a different campus and different facility?
Yes, and quite likely, in addition, that you might be living in the same on-campus accommodation. The university has close to 1,800 places for on-campus accommodation for students, which we highly recommend to consider for any students. So in the example that we are discussing, these friends would likely meet each other on campus, because the college is located right in the center of Melbourne, Bandura, the main campus of the university. So it's the same location. The only difference they would experience, both students have access to all university services, would be the classes in that first year, that the college student would have classes in this smaller size with our lectures, while the university student would already be in these big classrooms. But I can guarantee in the second year, they would be pretty much in the same class.
So you mean to say that in the first year, the facilities, the campus, everything is same. It's just a different classroom they will be using, and the next year they can be in the same classes if they are choosing the same courses. Okay, so what about the tuition fees, like a general tuition fees for La Trobe College and La Trobe universities? How do you compare that, and what are the scholarship options for the students?
Yes, La Trobe offers very generous scholarships to high achievers, so students who achieve good grades, and the way that it's measured is based on the academic performance in the first year, or that diploma, if you wish. So achieving 60% GPA, 70 or 75% GPA in that first year translates into 15, 20 and 25% of bachelor tuition fees in the second and the third year. And that can be quite significant. Then I'm happy to provide an example, but that could be an extreme case between direct entry for an average student. The cost of an average, say, Bachelor of Business degree or Business Analytics would be about it's $40,000 a year times 3, $120,000.
Right.
If we assume that student has performed really well in the diploma, so achieved 75% GPA or above, that would mean that the total cost of that degree for that student would be at least $20,000 less. So it's a very significant saving. And we would have some additional scholarships for students who come through our key agent partners who accept the offers early. But these scholarships would be kind of more limited. But they would add additional, maybe, let's say 10% of the diploma tuition fees.
That's perfect. So we do have good scholarship options for the Trobe University and Trobe College, and it's high time we should proceed with the applying if you want to go to the Trobe College. And what is the next intake for Trobe College, and what are the deadlines the students can apply to?
We actually offer the so-called summer intake. So October is a very popular intake for our students.
Okay.
So we have intakes in February, July, and October.
Right.
And we always encourage students to apply early, even if it's a conditional offer, even if you're still working on your IELTS, preparing certain documents, we can still provide you with a conditional offer saying, well, once your IELTS result is out, then you are ready to accept. So
the students can apply with the predicted score as well, for like A2 predicted or AS predicted for the diploma.
On that side, we would probably prefer to wait for the final
actual results.
For the final, because it just might affect offer too much. Yeah.
Perfect. So, all right, thank you so much, Max, to be with us today and giving us your time. And I think this video will help a lot of students to know about Trobe College and what makes college different from the university. And it's just the diploma program, it's just the first year which makes it different. Thank you so much for being with us. If you would like to say a few words to our student lastly, I think I'll appreciate that.
I would probably say thank you so much for warm welcome, because everyone that I've met in Dhaka in Bangladesh has been very welcoming, very friendly. So what I can promise is that when you come and study with us at the college or university, I'll do provide you with the same. Our staff, our teachers will look after you well. So you will have a very positive experience, I'm sure.
Thank you so much, Max. Thank you. And we as Pi International Education, we help students to apply to Australia, UK, Malaysia, Canada, USA, and all of our services are free of cost. And we have 4 branches in Dhaka. One is in Banani, one is in Uttara, one is in Dhanmandi, and one is in _Kshetreshwari. You can visit any of our branches and you can enroll to our courses like IELTS, SATs, GED, and you can even apply to abroad, the countries I mentioned, and we don't charge any service fee for those as well, even before or after the visa. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for being with us, and we'll be back with another podcast with any other university. Thank you.
Thank you.